Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1.
Well, hello tubers. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. It's another beautiful day here on the Algarve here in Portugal. About 25 degrees, perfect weather, not too hot, not too cold. Just walking around a lovely neighborhood here. Figured I would give you some tips for some of you North Americans, because I think a lot of my audience is skewed towards the North American audience, and you know, other YouTubers want to sell you merch and make money off you. I just want to save you money. That's what I always say, because it's true. And I want to save you about 30% on a trip to Europe. And there's several ways that you can do it. And I'm going to give you 5 tips, maybe even throw in a bonus at the end. First of all, number one thing you want to do, I've been to Europe many times. I've never been during peak season, July and August. I go in the shoulder season, spring, winter, fall. Never in the summer. Summer, the price of the airfare is too high, the crowds are huge, and the hotels, they're a lot more expensive. So why pay for the big bucks for a rat race competing against everybody else that's come to Europe, plus the domestic tourism industry, because let's face it, a lot of Europeans take holidays then too. And you're fighting the crowds. Don't do it. Save your money. Come in the off season. Do your research for the country you're coming to. If you want to save even more compared to the rest of Central Europe and Northern Europe, come to Portugal, come to Greece, come to the cheap places, maybe Croatia. Those are some really good options. So tip number 2, when you rent a car, learn how to drive a stick, for God's sakes. The stick cars, like I've got a Ford Puma hybrid, 150 Canadian dollars a week. It's crazy cheap. So, you know, if I would have rented something with an automatic transmission, it would have cost me way more. So learn how to drive stick, for God's sakes. So it's amazing how many people have lost that skill, and I jokingly call a manual transmission a theft deterrent device, because there's a lot of people just don't have a clue how to drive one. Tip number 3, book all your train tickets at home and in advance, because they offer better rates for non-EU citizens coming here. That includes Eurail and Britrail. So book in advance, save your money. If you do it when you arrive, you're going to pay the same rate as anybody else in Europe. A last minute fare. You don't want to show up at the train station and grab a train ticket last minute and pay full retail. Don't do it. And another little tip for the trains, when you do book a train ride, if you want to save one night hotel, do a night train. Sleep on the train. They got seats, and a lot of the trains that run in between countries actually have toilets. So it's another little bonus tip thrown in there for tip number 3. Tip number 4. If you guys noticed on my earlier video how I flew first class to Europe, the best value overall is on a first class or business class ticket to Europe on points. So unless you are not a credit card person, play the credit card game, fly to Europe in class, comfort, and save your money. Who in their right mind would spend $9,000 on a ticket when you can just cash in a bunch of points that you can earn? Just charge everything to your credit card, pay it off each month. Depending on the size of your family and how much you spend, probably every year or 2 you can get enough points to fly to Europe. At the very least, an economy. And here's where people often forget about the points system, where it actually saves you more, because when you're redeeming, let's say it's just an economy ticket, let's say it's a $2,000 ticket. Well, you're saving $2,000 bucks, but you're actually saving more, because it's after-tax money. Because people forget that when they spend $2,000 cash for a ticket, they've paid tax on that money, so they can spend that money. And depending on your tax rate, if it's 30%, that's another $600. If you use points and redeem a free ticket, well, your savings are even greater, if you catch my drift from a tax point of view. But I will warn you, just like Caleb Hammer, Financial Audit, if you're not a credit card person, don't do that. Tip number 5, when you are spending money in Europe, now this is related to tip number 4, get a credit card that gives you not only no Forex exchange, but cash back. I got a card in my wallet that not only saves me the 2.5% conversion fee, which many credit cards charge, when you're spending euros and you're paying for your bill in either US dollars or Canadian dollars, whatever dollars you're paying, there's a 2.5% conversion fee typically. Well, why pay that? Get a card that doesn't have that, and get a card on top of that that gives you 2% back. You're now 4.5% ahead of the game. But like I said, like Caleb Hammer would say, if you're not a credit card person, don't do it. But if you are, why not? You can also get the prepaid Wise card. I'm not pushing the Wise product, but I even have the Wise card. I don't get any cash back, but I do have money on it, and I can convert within 65 different currencies around the world, and there's no Forex fee. So at the very least with the Wise card, 2.5% savings, and they give you a better rate than the credit card companies would. It's a mid-market rate rather than a retail rate. So consider the Wise card. It's available in many countries, including the USA and Canada.
Hey YouTubers, subscribe to Line Screw 1.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board.
Can go to figure out what we've done, what we need to do. Yeah, I got you, I got you, I got you.